In today's tutorial, I'm giving you 5 exercises to help improve your turnout. The benefits of having good turnout go beyond simple ballet exercises. For an aerialist, it's going to help you access strength, present better lines, and also just improve your articulation as a movement performer. This first exercise really challenges the external rotators of the hips, and those muscles are stabilized by the lower back muscles and the core. So the plank is a perfect position to hold this turned out retire position. If doing it in a full plank is too hard, you can take it back down to elbows and start with the knee resting on the floor and then attempt to lift off. This next exercise is a way of testing what external rotation range you naturally have at the hips. And so we're going to bring our heels up into a froggy position, just using your muscles as far as you can, heels towards hips, and then relax everything and let your heels settle down towards the floor. The gap that you have between your heels and the floor is a measure of your natural external rotation range. And you can use this position as a way of retesting and assessing your improvement using these exercises. I prefer the supine version of this to actually do a hold because it's a little bit more active through your core and it's not so much of a passive stretch. So doing the same thing, you're going to make sure that you create a nice shallow diamond shape with the legs, heels connected, turned out, relatively relaxed, but make sure that we're keeping a nice gentle tuck through the pelvis. So your lower back should be in contact with the floor, and then relax and hold this position for up to 5 minutes. In this same position, you can also practice guiding your legs through a fully extended leg position up into a demi or a full plie. So basically what you're doing is on your back, you're replicating the action of a plie by guiding your heels along the floor up towards your hips, aiming to activate the muscles behind the legs and squeezing the knees out towards the floor as you bring the heels up. This next exercise is a series of positions in which you can visually actually see what turnout looks like with an extended lower limb and seeing that turnout happen from the hip. So we're going to start just in a seated position with the legs stretched out and start with your legs in parallel, full leg tension and toe point, and we're simply going to turn, lifting the inside of the ankle bone up towards the ceiling and watching what natural range of turnout you have, trying to maintain that tension and turn out and in. If you find it difficult sitting, you can also do this in side lying. So same thing, keeping the hips nice and stacked towards the ceiling. Separate the legs slightly, nice and strong tension through the legs, and try to rotate the inside of that ankle bone to face forward, kneecap pointing upward, and then turn back into parallel. Accessing turnout when the lower limb is extended versus bent uses slightly different muscles, so don't be afraid of seeing just a small range of movement in these ones. The main thing is to become aware of what muscles you need to activate to cause the small movement. The final exercise is external rotation while one limb is loaded. So you're going to start in parallel, drawing the toe up towards the knee and then rotate outwards, trying to lift out of the standing leg to maintain your balance, hold the retire in second, and then lower the leg back into first position. This exercise might look really simple, but it's actually extremely challenging, and it's a great way to work on posture, coordination, and it's probably the only way that you can truly test your external rotation, strength, and range applied to a functional position.